Welcome again from the library of the Cineteca of Bologna, the film archive in Bologna, a special place where there is a huge documentation about the history and technology of cinema. We will learn more about it on Thursday, tomorrow at 5:30. But above all, welcome to the third virtual fun trip of By Emilia Romagna. Today is dedicated about sport and wellness. Well, we can say that sport tourism is one of the most important segments of tourism that develop more and more. Tourism trends shows that is really developing a lot. And Emilia Romagna also have a special project called Sport in Your Suitcase in order to attract important sport activities, sport events, big events. We had a couple of examples, for example, yesterday, like the Formula One who's coming back to Imola, the bike challenge, International Bike Challenge, and many, many other. But today we concentrate about the sport opportunities that we can develop in the eastern part of the region called Romagna. And we started with a special project, which is the Wellness Valley, with Filippo Bacchini, who represents the Association Wellness Valley. Filippo, what is Wellness Valley?
Thank you, Silvia, to invite me here. I would like to start a little bit from the real beginning of this project, which is now since more than 6 years going on. Everything started from a very basic idea. So me, together with the first 7 partners, we decided to create a product concerning wellness. But wellness doesn't mean only spa or nice, fancy stuff. I mean, we still think so far that the wellness is a lifestyle. So well-being is the main concept. It's really a new philosophy of the region, and the main point of analysis started from very basic stuff, which is analyze which kind of needs the clients should have for a kind of wellness experience. So what we have done, first of all, we selected by using a very strict main concept and cluster of hotels and accommodation. Then the second step has been done by mapping this part of the region, which is, as Silvia said, Romagna, which takes 3 main provinces, from Ravenna down to Forlì-Cesena and Rimini at the end. The main point for us was to create a real strict and perfect cluster of hoteliers and accommodation, which for us is, as we know so far, is one of the most important things that the client are expecting. How we did that? We underlined which are the main aspects of each hotels, like spa center, selected menu, the use of special food, which are mostly requested by sportive and active people, and so on. And then the second part has been, which takes us, honestly, a lot of time, was to map the most important experience points of the region, which is not only sport. As you will know, Romagna area is very well known for many sport activities, but as well, the wellness part is also a very important element, and also the food, and so with all the specialities. and experiences, excursions, which blends all together with a concept of well-being lifestyle.
Yeah, I was saying, so it's not only wellness, but it's a philosophy of well-being.
Absolutely,
definitely.
absolutely.
That's, yeah.
Thanks to that, we have been supported by the Wellness Foundation, which is part of Technogym Group, one of the leader in the world for sport and sport stuff and machines. Due to that, we could really focus on this specific aspect of our product, and we could really go into deep the very special needs which client should appreciate a lot during the stay here. As you know, one of the most important things that we are promoting is to really let our client understand that wellness is really not only, as Silvia already said, spa or something related to water or thermal bath. It's really not like that. We are really promoting an open range of services. Like an example, during the stay of our client, we can customize a very special support of our trainers that we have all around the area, and this specialized trainer can come in the hotel, guest the client, and create for them a real special exercise training course during the stay. So it's like a kind of detox week. And this is also one of the most important things that we are promoting, but not only that.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to ask, how can we translate this very interesting professional sport project into a tourist offer, basically? So to have customized a program about sport, and the idea to enjoy the territory and of what the territory has to offer.
This is exactly the main point for us. We know so far that clients which would like to visit our area are really interested, could be really interesting to have an active week, let's say, or an active stay. But to let them experience more about the region, we are really using our know-how of our partners and suppliers that we have around, and we can easily customize every single need of the client. That's why our our program and our project is really focused for individual clients. So basically, we can organize group as well, but definitely we can express our know-how much more for our individual guests, where we can really customize the experience and the whole concept of the Wellness Valley can really be expressed 100%. As you know, we created our back office staff. So for all tour operators who are interested in this kind of project, we can have a main office and headquarters that where we can really understand the needs of the client and create a package for the different needs of the client.
Definitely. Thank you so much. I would like to remind you that for any question, we will have a short question time at the end of this fam trip. So if you have any curiosity, just keep it for the end. Thank you, Filippo. We carry on. Following the coast, we arrive to the northern province, northeast of Emilia-Romagna, which is the province of Ferrara. Ferrara, the city of Ferrara. We can maybe say that it's a kind of Amsterdam of Emilia-Romagna, because Ferrara is worldwide known as the city of bicycle. So bicycle used a lot when you arrive in Ferrara. You see many, many people going by bicycle, used basically as a mean of transport, but obviously as sport activity. And we have Simone Zannini from Link Tour, local tour operator DMC of Ferrara.
Okay, thank you Silvia for calling me to come here today. And as you told us, Ferrara is now known as the city of bike. We use and we like to promote our city in this way. But the bike we use, of course, for normal life, but in the last few years we started to use it for sports. We have created an event. This event was founded in 2015. And this year it has just finished its sixth edition. And normally, just for this year it was postponed, but normally our period is in March. And
but you succeeded to realize it in any case.
Yes,
which
yes.
Is good.
We wanted to do it anyway. And we realized it, of course, following all the procedures needed to make it possible. The itinerary is very unusual because it is a flat course that follows the River Po banks from Ferrara till Delta del Po, and then it comes back. It has two courses, one 133 kilometer, and the other one that is 83 kilometer. It is an agonistic race. People come to race. Even if it is flat, it is not so easy because they say that the wind, quite often very present. It's very strong, so it makes it hard as well. The location is anyway is a good occasion to come to visit our city that is UNESCO heritage. So it is an opportunity to spend a weekend in our city and visit all monuments, and of course taking part of the race. Ferrara is the city of bike, sports bike, but if we think in an agonistic way, but also we promote the use of bike also for normal, we call it normal, not the other, not normal.
Not professional, but
professional
yeah,
cyclists.
Sure. Sport activity, people who would like to move, to have fun with the sport activity, not too professional, not too strong, but it's just a way to enjoy the territory.
Yeah, yes, to enjoy and to see in another way, in another perspective, the landscape. We are a tour operator, a local inbound tour operator, and we are specialized in bike tours. We have bike tours that are from 1, 2, 3, 4 till 8 days long, and all the itinerary are made after we have proved and tracked ourselves, so they are all tested. And we can offer all the services that can be helpful in organizing tour in our area. We can provide bike, e-bike, trolley, where you can bring your bikes if you come with your bike, or if you don't, we can bring, of course, our bike. We can provide luggage transfer, hotel bookings, and all the services that you will need. Also, 24-hour assistance, and e-book and GPS files.
That's interesting. So not only as an excursion, or both ways. So you can have it as an excursion, one-day excursion by bike, or a proper tour in more days, and you provide all the services that are included. That's interesting. And so only in Ferrara, or you can propose these kind of tours in other parts of the region?
We have several tours. We promote in different areas. We have one tour that is called the Emilia, that follows the old route of the main important city of Emilia Romagna. That is also an occasion for the food valley. That is, it goes through the food, what is called the food valley. So it is an occasion to move and discover the main important city like Bologna, Parma, Reggio, and Modena. And so you can see the main cities, but also the small villages. For example, we have a stop in Brescello, Guastalla, that are small villages, maybe not so famous, but with an important history as well.
Yeah, our colleagues that are watching us already know about it. We talked about the Via Emilia yesterday. We followed the path of Via Emilia, knowing that we can combine many activities, so food together with sport. In the next fam trip, we will talk about the historical small villages of the region. So you see, everything can be a perfect combination of tourist offer. Yeah. Thank you so much, Simone. We carry on along the coast southwards this way. We go back southwards with Paola Dassani of Cervia Turismo. We discover Cervia, this little but important beach resort, which is not only a beach resort, it's a special place where you can perfectly combine relax and activity.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very happy to speak to you about Cervia, a small beach resort on the Adriatic coast between Rimini and Ravenna. And Cervia is very nice because it's not only a beach resort. Its origins date back to Roman. It's a very old city because of the large salt pan. And Cervia was born not for tourism, but 60 years ago, but in the past as salt city. Was a very rich city in the past for salt, when salt was very important for people's lives. And now it offers this large park behind the city, where it's possible also to make excursion to see for bird watching and to enjoy this particular wetland. Cervia in the last year became very important also for sport, especially for it became an ideal place to train for triathlon because the Ironman World Championship take place here for 6 years, and this is the extreme form of triathlon. It consists in swimming, biking, and running. And Cervia offers a very calm sea the most of the time, thanks to the low deep bottom. The pine wood, the large pine wood, this is also thanks to the Roman past, pine wood, which kilometers of path where people can running, walking, and biking. And there are also some very nice route to connect Cervia to the hills for cycling sport.
So yeah, we can say, sorry to interrupt you, Paola, but it's really what makes Cervia so peculiar compared to other beach resorts on the coast. Not only hotel facilities for tourists, but this pine wood really combines and it gives the possibility to make sport, to do bird watching, as you were saying, hiking, so path for families as well. It's a green beach resort and a perfect combination for relaxing and, as I was saying, for sport activity and also for training, triathlon and Ironman.
Yes, yes. The pine wood is very large, more than 200 hectares of pine wood. We know that pine was a classic tree that Roman used to plant for the wood production. And now it's a very important, it's very important to guarantee an healthy air to Cervia, but especially also because there are kilometers of path where people every day run, go to do Nordic walking, biking. And
you were mentioning one of your best offer, of your top offers, a special rail, special bicycle trail.
Yes, besides of the sport cycling to the hills, yes, we are now promoting a new bike trail, the Rota del Sale bike trail, Salt Road bike trail, which brings Cervia to Venice. It's a very nice trail, 250 kilometers through the Po Delta Natural Park. The Po Delta is one of the most important wetlands in Europe, the largest in Italy, and it's very important for the animal repopulation. We can find here a lot of different animals, not only pink flamingo herons, but even deer, turtles, wild horses. It's a very nice trail. The trail, we offer complete packages for the trail with 2 overnights in the Po Delta. And we have a professional guide, of course. We organize luggage transfer and typical dinner. It's also a gastronomy tour because we can taste during this trail. You can taste the specialty of the local. For example, we started from Cervia, where one of the most important specialty is our mussels. Then in Comacchio, the specialty is eel. And in Chioggia, the last overnight that we have before we reach Venice is clams. So it's also even a gastronomy tour. And the arrival in Venice is also very, very nice because it's spectacular. And we arrived to Venice by boat because in the last part of the trip we alternate water and land, so ferry boat to island. And considering that Venice is the only city in the world where biking is forbidden, so we can leave the bike on the deposit of the railway station and have free time in Venice before come back. This trip is very, very nice and much appreciated from a lot of people in the last year. And you can do it all the year round because it's no season. It's flat, so everybody can do it. You just have to be used to stay on the bike for many hours in the day.
Yeah, sure. But as I was saying yesterday during the virtual fam trip about the food valley, well, gastronomy is linked to any other activities and highlights of the region. It's the red thread that connects all the tourist offer of our region. Paola, there is a last special sport activity that we would like to mention in Cervia, which is the golf club.
Yes, in Cervia we have also a very good golf course, an excellent golf club, the Adriatic Golf Club Cervia, 27 holes, 3 different parcours, very funny, very nice, with a lot of water. And Cervia Turismo, my agency, works since many years with golf, so we have the know-how to dialogue with golfers and to propose complete packages with hotel accommodation, green fee, tea time booking, transfer, and everything the golfers need.
Yeah, let's say that the Golf Club of Cervia is one of the 23 golf clubs belonging to the golf circuit of Emilia Romagna. A very nice circuit with a 1 green fee. You can participate, you can practice in all of them. But the one in Cervia, I know that is particularly appreciated.
Yeah.
That's good. Very nice, Paola. Thank you so much. And let's go to the southern part of our region, southeast, and we arrive to Riccione, another popular beach resort, and we can almost say as well as Cervia, really beloved and popular in summertime, but maybe it's not so much known, the sport aspect of Riccione, thanks to his sport facilities. Martina De Rico of Promotel can talk about us
Yes,
about
sure.
this thing.
First of all, I want to thank Silvia for having us here and giving us the opportunity to let you know about our city. Because as she said, Riccione is very well known worldwide for its beach, which is very family friendly. So as promoters, our new goal is to communicate Riccione also for all its other side. One of them is the sports side, that we can host very big national and international events thanks to the I think you should see them right now. Thanks to the avant-garde facilities that we have, such as the swimming stadium, which also has Olympionic swimming pools.
Yeah, there are not so many in the area.
Exactly, I think it's one of the few in our region. And we also hosted, for example, last year we hosted the International Life Saving Championship. And the swimming stadium is located inside what we call as the real sport center of the city, which also includes a play hall, which is a multifunctional palace sport where we can host any kind of sports, basically, such as martial arts, volleyball, basketball, anything. So we have this big sports center located in the city, in the north area of the city, but there are also many more courts, like tennis courts, soccer courts, all along the city. So we like to call Riccione a real sports town.
But let's say also that, yeah, we are talking about a city, but it's quite a small city, we have to say.
Exactly.
And the advantage is that all these sport facilities are so, first of all, close to each other, as you were saying, but also close to the beach, close to the hotels, close to the shopping area, restaurant. That makes really a sport holiday really appreciated. We saw the picture also of the Congress Center during the video. It's really very close to each other.
Yeah, in fact, we could say that if you come to Riccione, for example, if you are taking part in a competition, you can take the chance to have a complete holiday, because in Riccione everything is walking distance, one place to the other. It's really man-sized as a city. Even the Congress Center that Silvia mentioned is right in the city center, and it's like 300 meters from the beach. So even if you want to host a welcome party for an event, you can do it and then have a walk all together. So it's really, this human dimension helps building some warming events, like where you can build a real relationship with the people who are coming, and not let them confused when they are in Riccione and they don't know how to reach the hotel or to reach the sports facility. So I think that this is one of the strong points of Riccione.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, many sport facilities and many sports, different sports we saw. But going back to cycling, which is one of the most popular sport in this area, we can say that Riccione has a great importance in cycling, because that's the place where the Riccione Bike Hotel were born, a special association.
Exactly, yes. This is another thing that we are very proud of in Riccione. In 1998, a group of hotels who were especially focused on accommodating sportsmen basically gathered together to found this Riccione Bike Hotels, which is a consortium which has obviously some specifics that you need as a hotel to guarantee to be included in the consortium. For example, you have to provide special meals, very energetic and protein-full meals for these athletes, and have a workshop to fix their bikes in case something happens. And another very nice thing is that most of these bike hotels are run by an owner who is a biker himself, so they can very well understand the necessities of the bikers. And often they have some guides inside their own staff, who themselves bring the people and have some route excursions along the background of Riccione.
And we can say that the founder of Riccione Bike Hotels, following the example of this association, are also part of Italy Bike Hotels, an association obviously with special hotels, so special services for cyclists. but I mean, it was following the example of Riccione Bike Hotel.
Exactly, yes. We could actually say that Riccione Bike Hotel was the first bike consortium in Italy. And this also allows us to welcome appropriately all the bikers who come for our bike events. For example, in the latest years, we have hosted Challenge Riccione, which is a triathlon event, including also cycling route. And since a couple of years, we also have this new event called Ride Riccione Week, which is entirely focused on cycling. And from last year, since next year, it will also include an e-bike route. So even people who are not particularly trained can take part and have fun in this event.
Yeah, we need to tell you as well that the current chairman of the tourist board of Emilia-Romagna is Davide Cassani, the technical commissioner of the Italian cycling team. So you can imagine that cycling for us is really a very, very important sport. And well, yeah, we are saying that Riccione is so important for being the founder of Riccione Bike Hotels, but these kind of services now you can find them in many, many other parts of the region. Basically on the coast, because the combination of beach holiday and cycling, it's a very attractive combination. But also, as Simone was saying, along the Via Emilia, in Modena, in many other cities of the region, you can find very well organized hotels and facilities for cycling, combining many attractions of the territory. Well, if you have any question for our guest, we are ready to have some to answer to some of your questions. Let me check if there is something for any of you. Yes, there is something. Okay. Oh, okay, I almost answered to that. In what cities are the hotels specialized in cycling? But we already said that basically in all the beach resorts, I can say, well, in Cervia, definitely, Ferrara as city, but also to the beach resort connected to Ferrara, which are on the coast close to Ferrara, as well as in Rimini, many others. So definitely on the coast, but as I was saying, in different other cities of Emilia-Romagna, you will find them. Not difficult to find them. Staying to Simone, is it possible to link food experiences to sport tours? Partially, we already answered to that. What kind of food experiences are there in your territory?
We can combine tours with dinner and lunch in typical tavern, or if we have, as we had, special clients that want to try stars cuisine with Michelin stars cuisine, we can combine dinner in a restaurant with ad hoc menus just prepared for them. So we are glad to have this sort of clients that want to combine sport and food and taste our typical food. Another thing is that in many of our tours we include stops that are in typical producer of our excellency. Like, for example, just to have an idea, when we are in Modena area, we stop in Nasetaia, that it has the Vinegar, where Her Majesty Michael Douglas make order, and they have their own Vinegar, and the clients can see this this part. This is very unusual and very typical.
And we have to say, because yesterday I must admit that in the fam trip of the Food Valley, we didn't really mention the typical product of Ferrara area. There are some products that are really connected to that specific territory, such as pumpkin tortelli, such as a special salama da sugo, which is a very typical dish, a typical bread with a curious shape. So there are some products that you can find only in the area, in the territory of Ferrara. Then I have a question for Filippo Bacchini. Do you provide services also to organize groups such as, for instance, sport teams? We talk about, services, but anyway, you talk about customized. This is for sport tourism in general, but could be also for professional teams.
Of course. As told at the beginning, our main goal is to satisfy the main target of sportive, active people, starting from the very, let's say, beginner until the very professional. As told, we have the support of Wellness Foundation and Technogym, and this is a great help to provide different levels of products and experiences. As told at the beginning, we are surely focused on groups, but as well, our main goal is definitely also to the individuals, which means that even small group or couples of even families, of course, are really welcome to do that.
And let me add, you were mentioning Technogym, which is such a popular brand. Yeah. For a holiday particularly focused in sport, is it also possible to visit, to make an organized visit to Technogym, which is quite interesting because of this wellness foundation, they explain. So it's something different, but that can be combined in a sport holiday as well.
Of course, everybody knows the brand. And of course, when a client can join the experience of the Wellness Valley, it could be a possibility to have a look into the real heart of this project, which is located in Cesena. And this is a really interesting visit of one of the Mecca of for sportive people. It's clear that all around the area we have the big possibility to really customize a real big and range of experiences in between sport, active, and gastronomical stuff, all together and all spreaded around the 3 main provinces of Romagna. And this is the most important things to remind you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I thank very much our guest, and I remind you that at 5:30 we will have the 4th fam trip focused on historical villages, and somehow we can carry on to this kind of of subject matter, because it means also outdoor activities, so places far from the crowd that can be perfectly combined also to sport. We will focus on small villages, nature, Apennine, so definitely we will carry on the subject matter together with the importance of tradition and art and history of small places in Emilia-Romagna. One of the last questions we received is, why is a rhino hanging above your head? Well, that's very easy. As I was saying, we are in the library of the Cineteca, which is the film archive of Bologna. And this rhino hanging from the roof is a copy of part of the setting of the film The Ships Sails On of Federico Fellini, E la la nave va. So all these places related to cinema has a strong connection with the cinema education. As I was saying, we will learn more about it tomorrow at 5:30, and the fam trip concern of culture, cinema and entertainment. So let me thank all the local and regional authority who made this event possible. Was a huge effort to try to organize it, though the strange situation. Thank again to our guest, and at 5:30 stay here for Historical Village and Nature. Thank you so much. Arrivederci.